All right, we're almost done. We're going to look at now placing the final text and text images. So we have the production information, which I have here off another poster. It looks very similar, doesn't it? Same techniques. So what I did is I just copied and pasted that, because whenever you can copy and paste something and reuse it, that's always easier than building something from scratch. So I'm using their production information for the sake of time. I put it into a Pages document. So you can just see here the font is a Helvetica regular 12-point font. And usually what you want to do is you want to stay with something that looks really good in tall, thin letters for the production information. So I'm just going to copy and paste all of this. Command C. I'm going to go ahead, find my Photoshop image. I'm not sure. I click on Photoshop and it should pop back. That open still. Sorry about the delay there. I save changes to that. Alright, we're back to our original here. So, back to our original right here, actually. Now we're ready to add that new layer. So this is going to be the text box information here. So again, we go to my T, drag it out right here, then go Command V, oops, back to my image here, Command C for copy, Command V for paste. It's not wanting to pull that over. Oh, it is. My bad. It's the size on it's off. Command C. So if I go Command A, and I bet if I turn all this into a Helvetica new, probably just go with a condensed bold, and then take the size on it probably down to a 24. And the size is a little small, so let's go ahead and take it to about 36. That size is much better, much more readable. Go ahead and bring it centered where I want it, and then work on text. I have to use a text tool once again. Kind of drags some things around where I want it. Command A allows me to highlight everything. Let me just try a regular. Helvetica CY. Plain. Maybe drop it to a 24, 30. It takes a while to find a font you really are happy with. I like the really narrow ones for the movie posters. Probably the CY is probably the most appropriate. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to change the color to white. Take the font up. Here's the thing, if you don't want the 30 to 36, you type in right next to 30 and make it 32. And now I have my production information. Now, if you look at movie posters, you'll see that the small words are usually a little bit smaller size. We're going to try to make this look like a real movie poster. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to take words like presents, take those down to probably about an 18. Words like with, take that down to an 18. Specific roles, like visual effects and editing, take that down to an 18. Music by, take that down to an 18. Executive producer. And then directed by. And this starts to kind of mimic the look you see on some of the movie posters. And that's the best way to get an idea. If you look at our original source poster, you're going to see that the text looks a little different. That's because I went in and I did a little bit more adjustment to it, using the scale and the skew and some of the blending options we went over here. And if you're having trouble seeing it, if you think it's too light, you can add a drop shadow to it. And you see that will right there pop out a little bit. Now it's nice, much more readable. Last two things we want to place is our information here for the ratings board. So I have a layer here I don't need. Get rid of that. I'm going to create a new layer, and then I'm going to go into File, Place. This is going to allow me to place something directly from a folder without having to open it from somewhere else. So I'm going to go into the movie poster. I should have, on my desktop rather, I have the PG-13. I'll place that on my new layer. Hit place, bring it down to here. I'm going to go Edit, Transform, Scale. I'm going to bring the scale down a little bit. It's a little large. Put it kind of just figure right under the nose line, off center a little bit. I want to get rid of that white. Use my magic wand. Click in there. Somehow it came in as a smart object, so I'll have to get rid of that and deselect. And then what I'll do, if I don't want the white, I'll show you can do with this one. You go open with Photoshop. Now you can use this. Get rid of the background. Delete that. I'm going to leave the white in there so it contrasts. Grab my marquee tool. Command C to copy it. Come back in. New layer. Command V. Edit. Transform. Scale. Make it a little bit bigger. Again, I'm holding Shift so the proportions stay right. I'm going to put that right there. Place that. I'm going to clean up the PG-13, so I'm going to delete that layer by dragging it to the trash can. I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to go open my PG-13. Drag the lock to the trash can. Delete. I'm going to delete the white out of the center using the magic wand. Grab the marquee tool. Command C for copy. Go back to my original. On the right layer, Command V. See, it's right here. It's kind of small. We need to go Edit, Transform, Scale. That looks a lot better than the one with the white behind it. I'll make it a little bit smaller in size too. I'm going to move it over here. Use my arrows to kind of fine tune it. And you've created a movie poster. Let's go ahead and look at the original source one. We'll turn on all the layers of text. And if you switch back and forth between the two, it's essentially the same poster. Some of the things are a little bit different in scale and placement. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried that you built the skills and you can build a nice movie quality poster. So now that you've done this, the next step is going to be to build one of your own using your own screenshot from your own movie and your own dominant photo that you're going to take in the studio. So good luck. I can't wait to see what you create.